Well, I thought I'd better film this because it's the last flute, and I haven't shown really how I've ended up with this jig. So what I have to do between each one, there's a screw in each end that locks the piece in place. I've got to loosen that screw off to unlock the piece at each end. Make sure it's pulled. I made the holes a little too large, but it didn't affect anything, so there you go, it's loosened off. Then rotate. Oh, that one's not quite unlocked. There we go. Then I've got to rotate the workpiece round if I can to the next mark, which is the final mark in this case. We'll look down there and make sure that that mark is centered, and I'm going to just take it off for a second because I can't see from where I am. There we go. And to get good consistent flutes, make sure it's solidly against the base. The first few flutes are a little bit inconsistent because I wasn't doing that, because I never knew I had to do that. And when you're screwing the screw back up, nice firm pressure down. Remember, I got that buffer zone on the end for this screw to go in, so that'll disappear when we start turning this and hollowing it. Because of the inconsistency, I'm going to lose a little bit more than I wanted to at the start. I mean, if I did this again now, I've got retrospect, so I could do it consistently. The other thing to make it consistent would be just a block of wood or something underneath this to get a consistent depth, a depth stop in other words, or a dovetail depth stop if I had the ability to make one. Anyway, once that's locked, make sure it's nice and firm, and you're ready to route your next. And on this one, I'm going to be extra careful because this is a case where I could go between a climbing cut and a normal cut. So I'm going half a cut at a time, which is just over 1¼ millimeters. Bearings do need replacing. I greased up, so they'll be alright for now, but they do need replacing. So I'm going down, I went down 10 turns, which means 12 millimeters, you know, 12 and half an inch. So, and that's what we end up with. I'll take some pictures because that's a bit close really to see properly. Can I push that up? There we go. So we've got that hyperbolic shape and the twisted flutes. Yeah. Nice narrow waist. So now I'm going to return this to the lathe. I've got centres. Oh yeah, the centres. I use furniture bolts. I drilled through halfway through at 6 millimeters, the rest of the way at 5. Threaded the one end, the far end. Use the furniture bolt, just any bolt would do 6mm, and I drilled 2mm into the end of the centre of the blank, so that I've got a centre that it can rotate. I can't now because of them screws obviously, but I've got a centre there, a consistent centre to rotate about, and yeah, that's what we end up with, and I'm liking it. Thanks for watching.